So you want to play the
monkey.
Well, you're definitely in the right place. So get your power pole and banana and let's get this started. Okay, stop chimping around. The first mechanic we're going to speak on is the Gourd mechanic. Now, we have the unleashed version of the skill in Awakening, which is going to be used to, in PvE, gain HP back and fill your Gourd. However, in PvP, you don't use that. In fact, you want to be using the
Suck
version of the skill, which is promptly named Drain to see the Gourd. Now, this is the PvP variant of the skill. It allows you to use it at a much farther range. It allows you to use it with only 2 hits to the target, and it also fills up your Gourd faster. For each hit on a target that you do, max of 2 hits, it's going to fill it up 25%. So you can get your Gourd filled up 50% in 1 cooldown. That means within 2 uses of the skill, you could have your Gourd full, which is very essential for the class. Now, the next mechanic we're going to talk about for Mr. Monkey Man Wukong is the monkey hair mechanic. So you want to learn about the Wukong's hair, the hair specifically meant for Wukong. But you've come to the right place. Okay, look guys, really simple. We're going to speedrun this crap. Listen, Shift Q, Impale, C button, Gourd. Generate Wukong hair. Okay? Nice and easy. Now look, when you generate a Wukong hair, you can use Stretch Further, which is SF, or hold it right there, which is W and RMB. These skills will consume it, summoning a Shadow Clone, which shoots out a Jade Pillar, which causes a Stiffen in PvP. Outside of that, it's just free damage, free chip damage, and free PvE damage. It's very unlikely you're going to use this skill on purpose. It happens all the time that you'll get an accidental CC. Don't even worry about it. It just happens. It's just passive gameplay, passive free CC. You'll never consciously think, hey, I'm going to use this skill and get a CC here. It just happens randomly. Take the W when you get it. That's all I can say. Okay, so Wukong has 3 classifications of movement. Distance movement skills, which are Flying Nimbus and its flow. You have in-combat neutral movement skills, which would be like Monkey See, Monkey Do, Missed Me, and Miss Me Again. And then you have in-combat linking skills, which are extend skills, which this category gets its own section, but first we'll cover the first 2. Okay, so distance skills like Flying Nimbus and its flow are pretty much strictly used to travel far distance at a very fast speed. You can use this to chase players down who have more in-combat mobility than you do, or you can use it to run away from players when you're getting outnumbered. It's a great engage tool as well when you need to get in there and flank. Having this skill lets you play with your main ball in Node Wars, and also completely bypass the front line of enemy main balls and get straight to the back line, which is your job. You're a disruptor, you're supposed to be in the back line. Okay, in combat, neutral skills, Monkey See, Monkey Do, Miss Me, and Miss Me Again. These are your neutral skills. Neutral in PvP is a term to define the state of positioning. It's keeping yourself in range of your skills but out of threat of enemy skills. Monkey See, Monkey Do is the equivalent of a fighter jet eject button. I'm not joking. As a Wukong, you have the leisure to simply not fight on their terms. Getting 3v1'd, focused in AOS, just press Shifty, as in ejecting yourself from the fight. And now, you're chilling on the Nimbus, looking down at your foes who are obviously not as skilled as you are, because you used your no skill, no diff, 1 button. Okay, Missed Me and Miss Me Again are your SA and iframe skills respectively, which are used to reposition yourself and stay protected. In PvE, they are fully protected PvE iframes that link into the evasion roll that you should mostly have blocked. So, linking movement skills. These skills are only accessible in Fighting Buddha state. The skill Celestial Nectar allows you to use your Power Pole Buddha skills as free movement when you link them together. There's 2 different categories. Movement Link Skills, MLS. These skills move you, and when linked into Extend Pole skills, allows you to turn those skills into a dash. Non-movement link skills, NMLS, are the second category. These skills by themselves simply cast the skill, but when used after a movement link skill or non-movement link skill, it allows you to turn the skill being linked into a dash attack that costs no stamina. Here are some examples on screen of movement link skills and non-movement link skills and how to use said skills together. Okay, next we're going to speak on PvE info. We will start with add-ons first, in an explanation to why I've chosen these add-ons and the upgrades on them, and then we'll talk about active grinding and its skill priorities versus lazy grinding on Wukong. Okay, to sum this up super quick, all the add-ons selected are priority skills in the combo and also part of your lazy grinding rotation. As you can see, we only use one crit rate buff because the skill is 12 seconds and the add-on is 12 seconds. 100% upkeep on that skill, it's going to be used off cooldown, and we're mostly using attack speed and damage modifiers because we have none built in. Having HP per hit and DP on Scorch is a necessity. It really helps you sustain when you're doing harder content. Okay, so your priority skills are Impale, Upheaval, Tormenting Spike, Heaven's Pivot, Scorch, Crush and Flow Ignite, Pierce, Extend, and It Ain't Over. Now, keep in mind, there's a few things you should never do in PvE or PvP. Things that you should never do are slow cast Heaven's Pivot, slow cast Tormenting Spike, cast Explode for damage, cast Explode in the middle of strong enemies, and use skill enhancement Soaring Nimbus. Things you should always do though is spam spacebar. Super overpowered, lets you get a lot of free extra damage in. Using LMB and RMB off cooldown, which is once again into Shreds, and then always use Awake skill quick animations. So that's like Heaven's Pivot and Tormenting Spike. They have quick animations that you do out of another skill to make them go faster. And I can show you that right now. Okay, as of right now, I currently think Wukong is the top 3 PvE classes in the game currently. You can do every spot, you have easy access to back attack damage, you have tons of healing, tons of damage, tons of PvE iframes, you have lazy grinding special, and you have mobility. Like, there's really nothing more you can ask for in a class to do grinding on. So in my eyes, I think he's probably like an S tier class in the right hands. Honestly, Probus said it best. Wukong is for sure, without a doubt, a disruptor class. In group content, he's really good at getting in and staying in, thanks to his iframes and his healing. He has enough damage to straight up kill players while they're on the ground and still be an SA. In 1v1s, he's a menace. He dictates the flow of the fight. He has very strong range options. He has very good gap closing skills to follow up. He has perma protected SA rotations that heal him. He has some of the best debuffs and self buffs in the game, so he always has an upper hand, and he has a grab on top of it. If you don't even have a grab, I don't even recommend fighting Wukong. You can't fight him from range because he can catch you at range. You can't rush him down because he has an ability to iframe into a grab. And God forbid you're not a class that has strong healing, because he will heal on SA trades. Like, he's really hard to put down. So honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that he healed so much, this class would be not as good. But the fact that you can re-enter fighting Buddha and gain a 3k HP heal for literally nothing every 30 seconds is ridiculous. Put that into perspective. 3k HP is like 25 to 35% of your HP pool on uncapped. And T1s, that's literally half your HP bar. Wukong is a literal terrorist. Okay, we're going to talk about add-ons, combos, and general tech for PvP. Okay, now that you've gotten this far, you should have enough knowledge on Wukong, as long as you practice, to go and do PvE and PvP pretty successfully. Now, I just wanted to thank you for getting here, and if you got this far, and you heard this message, drop a banana in chat. Also, if you want to see more guides on other classes, I'm completely open to doing that. Just comment, I guess, what class you guys want to see next, and we will take a look at it and master it. Outside of that, thank you guys. I know I've been getting a gorgillion messages on making a PvP and new updated guides on this and that for Wukong, Musa, and literally everything. But with work, for me, it's a little difficult. So thank you for being patient, and I hope you guys have an excellent day. God bless you.